We live, we live, we live. All right. We back. We back. Well, let me get it together. Make sure we're good. Testing, testing. We're gonna keep it simple today. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Talk about some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit going on out these streets, man. I try to tell y'all, but you be surprised, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but we just gotta tighten up a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's your boy King Moses live from the porch. It ain't super sunny outside yet, so I can't officially get back on the porch. But like I said, the porch is a mindset. You feel what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, we do the shit for the show, for the know, not the show. You get what I'm saying? So just trying to pass off this information. You feel what I'm saying? No, this ain't no I got a message from one of my peoples. This ain't no marriage counseling. This is street counseling. This is to tell these young whippersnappers how to get this game right or whatever, and how to play it right with some correct morals and ethics. You feel what I'm saying? Because there ain't been no blueprint that's passed down to the ones that had to learn as we went. You get what I'm saying? So uh, I'm just trying to pass this motherfucking information down and put the blueprint out so you don't get these young dumb niggas that's hearing some second or third hand information and doing this shit wrong. You get what I'm saying? And we're gonna get into that in a second with it because I see what these niggas is out here trying to do. You get what I'm saying? I like the intent, but some of the execution of it is a little bit off, a little bit, you know what I mean, distasteful for my say. But you get what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling my man, my shout out to my man Paul the barber, whatever. Ain't no marriage counseling. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna get into it. Hold on 1 second. Man. I see my man Andrew up in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this shit right. You feel what I'm saying? I want to get it to the point where, you know what I mean, like I said, you know what I mean, I do it here and there, whatever, and I speak on shit that come on that come on the radar that need to be talked about. And I want to get it to the point where you feel what I'm saying. I do it where motherfuckers could call in or whatever, chime in. You feel what I'm saying, instead of the chat. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't like the super technology based nigga out here, whatever. You feel what I'm saying? But we gonna get it right. We gonna, you know what I mean? Like I said, we gotta put the groundwork in and at least start getting the message out there. And it ain't nothing different than what niggas talk about over the phone or at the barber shop or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ain't no different, but we gotta bring it to the masses because like I said, some of these young dudes or these older dudes that has been misinformed and led astray, run amok, they don't have the opportunity to hear this game or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, the right proper way. So we got to bring it to the forefront. We're going to do it right. But like I said, we got to set the foundation brick by brick, you feel what I'm saying, and get this shit out here right. You feel what I'm saying? So let me get into the topics, you feel what I'm saying, off the rip. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, everybody been talking about this shit that's been going on with the Twitter. No, not the, well, it was a Twitter one, but the shit was on Netflix or one of them shows, the Tinder Swindler, right? So at first, when I heard it or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, I was interested because I'm like, look, I'm always for niggas getting over on these gypsy Jezebels. There's always trying to get over on a nigga. And sometimes you got to give them some of their own medicine. You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't know the story, whatever, but I'm just, you know what I mean, intrigued by the plot of it. And so I wanted to see what was going on. So I watched the shit or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? It was based out of some fucking shit out in Europe, UK, or whatever, and all that shit out in Europe. You feel what I'm saying? So um here's my thoughts on it because I look into it real deep. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just look at it like, oh, dude was scamming, he victimized these women, whoopty whoop. Then you got some people saying, well, the girls was dumb, they was gullible, all that stuff. I get it. I try to look into shit more deep. I don't look at the surface like, oh yeah, well, he just a scammer. They just some gullible girls that just got played. I look into it deep and it's levels to this shit. And we're gonna break it down or whatever because first of all, I condone getting over on somebody that's trying to get over on you. You get what I'm saying? Oh, he said, nah, no, he didn't. They fell for what he could do for them. We gonna get into it, Drew? No, 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 no. We gonna slow cook it. I'm with you. We gonna slow cook it. I'm gonna get into the shits. You feel what I'm saying? So, and he used them. He a fraud, but they fell for the bait. I get it. No, I totally agree. We're gonna get into the shits. We're gonna get into the shits. We got time. We got time, brother. So look, the this nigga was like on Tinder, whatever, you feel what I'm saying. First of all, let me get into Tinder. Let me break it down with Tinder. I mean, I'm on the porch, but when I was in them streets, I heard about Twitter because see, this is the thing. Social media fucked up the game, but made the game a lot easier for those that knew what the hell they were doing. So social media just was a situation where it made it easier for people to meet people, hook up. If you were a person that already was gamed up before social media, you know how to talk to people, you know how to rap, you know how to get pussy, whatever the fuck, it was easier for you because you got an easier way to talk to people without even having to be out in the streets searching. You could be literally at your home looking at these apps or whatever or social media, see a joint or whatever, and then start spitting your game right off the rip. You ain't got to be ripping and running and being out and then taking them out on dates and doing all that shit. That made it easier for those that knew how to use it right. But because there's no training manual on how to use it properly, you have other motherfuckers that probably was not experienced in talking to bitches, not used to being a sociable person, doing dumb shit on social media, trying to fucking you know make a persona for themselves that's not really them. So anybody on social media can be whoever they want to be, which ties into the Tinder shit. But the problem is there was nobody like safeguarding it or whatever. It was just like everybody was just getting wrapped up in these facades and shit. So on the bad side of it, you got these fake phony motherfucking horny, corny ass, sneaky fuck ass niggas that'll be on there and they could just recreate themselves to whoever they want to be just to get some pussy. And I'm not a hater on it, but it fucks up the game because later on down the line, we're at where we at right now, where everybody's just doing shit for attention. We on this gypsy shit or whatever, steroid era, where motherfuckers is cutting corners and doing unethical things to impress a bitch or to get with a bitch. And that ain't gangster. That's not pimping. That's not player. And nobody's saying, nah, you can't do that, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get no respect for that. But like I said, that's what it was. That's what social media was. So you got your pros and cons for it. So we get to the levels of the social media. So what I knew is, yeah, I would always still be going out in the streets, whatever, but I always was on, I mean, I booked bras on Facebook, I booked bras on Twitter. You feel what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, niggas had to tag the fucking POF. I just kept it like that because like they were technically dating sites, but motherfuckers knew that they were hookup sites or whatever. Like we on there to try to hook up and get some. If you wanted to go on, like, I think you're a loser trying to find dates or like a strong type of connection with somebody via an app. I think that's weird to me. And I just look at it just like, yeah, man, like I don't know, man. That shit ain't player to me, whatever. And I never been one of those ones to be on some lying shit. Just be on some yeah, I want to be in a relationship with you, fuck you, and then just dump you. I'm a nigga that keep it real from the jump. And that's what I always preach to to the youth. Keep it real because you wasting too much time and energy out here lying. And you don't have to do that. Like if niggas knew the power that they had in their voice with just saying no, I'm not doing this or whatever. Take it or leave it. This is how I'm coming. Take it or leave it, man. We would do a lot better as a society. But niggas be so horny and thirsty for some trim, they gonna lie and cheat. Now I ain't saying niggas can't lie. but it's levels to the lie. Like if you give a girl an alias, that's a lie, but it's an honest lie. Not hurting nobody, whatever, not hurting her feelings or whatever. You just protecting yourself, whatever. But or even if she assumes something about you and you just run with it and she ain't doing no verification about it, what difference does it make? This is a part of the game. But when you're doing the most to try to change your persona, do all this, to do this, to do that, to show out and do this for some pussy, I don't sign off on that. I don't sign off on that. And I think that's just weirdo behavior to me because I'm like, that means you're valuing pussy that much that you're willing to do any and everything for it. I was never one of them niggas. Like I would be all right if I ain't get no pussy from this bitch. Because I got another bitch or other bitches that would be willing to give me the pussy as is. So I am good. And some of you niggas need to start learning shit and hearing that shit. You get what I'm saying? So I always thought it was weird when bitches would be on these fucking dating apps actually looking for dates and fucking relationships. Like either you're a fucking loser, nobody wants you as a woman, and you're looking for a loser ass nigga that's online that can't get a fucking woman them damn self or whatever. So you are a match made in heaven, but that's just weirdo shit to me. So then it started to get to the point where you got like these real serious dating apps, like they had the Christian Mingle shit. I never got on them shits or whatever. Because I was like, nah, if you ain't fucking or ain't trying to fuck something, whatever, I'm not getting on it. So then I hear about the Tinder shit or whatever. So motherfuckers was like, yeah, this is the new thing, whoop, whoop, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And I was on that joint or whatever, and they said it was like straight hookup shit, whatever. When I got on there, it was bras up there talking about what do you do for a living? I'm not comfortable coming over your crib. Let's go meet for coffee. I don't even drink coffee, bitch. So I'm not going over your. But what are we doing? So I was like, nah, this ain't it or whatever. I'm not feeling this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a couple ones I cracked over Twitter, Tinder, but it was like, nah, this ain't for me. And then after that, I started to kind of phase my way out the game, whatever. But I mean, that's just the background how I feel about the Tinder shit and all the social media. So, bam. All right. So now I'll give you some background on Tinder, what the fuck that is or whatever, and all that shit, right? So the fucking it's a nigga on there from Europe or whatever that's basically just like scamming bras or whatever and just finding these bras that are looking for love or fucking men that want to spend money on them, take them out on dates or whatever the fuck. And he getting over on them or whatever, and it's some wild shit. Like it's some old Ponzi scheme for. He wasn't even trying to get no pussy like that. He could have did on some Ponzi scheme for pussy type shit, but he literally was just like, "All right, I'm taking money from this bitch to impress this bitch going forward with your money," and just keeps recycling it over and over and over again. So, I mean, that's the gist of it. If you ain't seen it, go watch this shit or whatever. But basically, you had these bras on there that ain't interested in no other nigga on there unless they got some money. So she was swiping left to all these regular smegular ass niggas, whatever, because they ain't look like they was giving her no money. Soon as she see the nigga in a fucking helicopter, whatever, and showing off all these pictures on the fucking gypsy ass Instagram and shit or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? Oh, she gets horny, she get wet, she wanna motherfucking swipe right and meet up and whatever. And as soon as the nigga up there talking about, yeah, let's go meet at the fucking Plaza Hotel, like he Frank White, and going to the Mandarin Hotel and the Oriental and all this shit, and let's fly on a private jet. Oh, she with it. She with it. Don't forget he had the terrorists on him and his bodyguard got snuffed out. We're gonna get to that, Drew. We're gonna get to I had to give him the background and I'm gonna break it down even more, right? So this nigga was doing like he's showing off, he trying to impress these bras, front like he got all his money, whatever. And these bitches is going for it or whatever, just because he got money. And you know what I mean? Eventually he like lulls them in or whatever, acting like he's so busy traveling, whatever. And then he's got this bodyguard because he's saying all these lies, saying he in the jewelry industry. Then terrorists was after him. That's why he just moves around. And then it got to the point where he just pulled some shit up or whatever, where he was like, Yeah, he couldn't use his car because the terrorist was after him. Can you get some money out for me? What else I could use? Which is the dumbest shit. I can't even believe. You'll be surprised what bitches fall for, man. Like, I can't believe, you know what? I can't believe that bitches are that stupid. And I can't believe that niggas don't recognize that bitches can be so stupid and use that to their advantage and just keep it player. You had a broad that was willing to take a loan out. First of all, believe a nigga that is rich can't spend his own money or spend someone else's money. So he needs to borrow money from you. And you were so willing to be around this man that shows you a good time in the G5 private jet and going to all these fancy ass restaurants and shopping sprees and all this shit or whatever, that you were willing to pay money to still be around a man that could do that for you. Do you realize how desperate that you have to be? That's just like a broad that, you know, it reminds me of. It's just like when broads always be pressing niggas to take them out on dates. If you have a desire to go somewhere yourself and you have the money, why don't you just go yourself? But these women that do this shit, these gypsy Jezebel bedwenches, are so desperate and so lonely. They don't want to do this shit on their own. They have this fairy tale in their mind, like they want to live happily ever after in the moment with a man that is providing them this lifestyle or this experience with them. They feel that they will look like a loser doing it themselves, or they just can't afford to do it themselves. And I want niggas to take notes about this because again, this shit give you the psyche of the woman. That's why I can't talk to women about like, why are you so dumb? They don't want to listen. They're going to continue to be dumb. So it's up to niggas to be smarter and do things to evade the dumb shit. So eventually, one of the bras did get smart and got hip or whatever and got him with the move, whatever, which is like, yeah, well, think she took his clothes, ended up selling it on eBay or whatever. And like she got him with the move because see what the problem was, he fucked up because he kept doing the same shit over and over again in the same locations in the same time period. So I'll give you an example. When I was out and dealing with these bras that would do dumb shit and I would leave them stranded, I wouldn't be doing that shit every week at the same spot. I'm not about to be like, all right, well, I'm going to meet all these bras on the same app, say that, and first of all, and initiate it, right? Not and initiate it, but let's just say I didn't initiate it, and I'm just like meeting bras every week that I end up going out on dates with and leaving them stranded. I'm not about to do this shit on a regular basis, back to back. I'm gonna give it some time, cool down, and I'm not about to take them to the same spot. So if I like to go to the Roof Chris in Pentagon City, I'm not about to keep going there because eventually word's going to get out that man, this is like the third or fourth girl that got stranded here at this particular spot. Let's keep an eye out or whatever if this motherfucker come back or if it's girls that are doing this or the other girls that is happening to. So you don't want to make the spot hot. You don't want to keep doing the same shit over and over again. So I would switch it up. One day I'll go to Roof Chris. One day I'll go to Red Lobster. Other time I'll go to another Roof Chris in another location out in fucking Bumblefuck. And I would always space it out. Be like, all right, 1 month, I go to fucking Roof Chris, leave the bitch stranded. Meet another broad 2 months later, whatever, on some bullshit. I take her to fucking Red Lobster and fucking Bladen. Well, that's not Bladensburg. Uh, where the fuck is that? Where's that Red Lobster at? Red Lobster on 450 on Annapolis Road. I think that's New Carrollton. Yeah, New Carrollton or some shit like that. Leave it stranded there. Then it might be all right. 2 months or 3 months later, I'm gonna leave it stranded at the Red Lobster at Silver Spring. So you have to stay fresh, and you can't say the same thing over and over again. Can't do the same thing over and over. You can't do it in a short span of time. That's how you get hot and you get busted. That's what happened to the dude. They caught onto his shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then the broad got him with the move. They end up locking him up. But at the end of the day, the nigga still won because they couldn't catch him on no scam, like, oh, he got money out these bros. Because them bros did dumb shit to themselves, and they he didn't make them do anything or whatever. Like, I think he got busted with like having a fake passport or some shit like that. Ended up only sitting down for 5 months. That's a vacation for him. And he got back out, and he's still out here scamming motherfuckers, teaching classes or whatever. He's probably still getting money out of bitches or whatever. It's probably got money stacked up from all the bitches that he got with the move. And he's still out here doing this thing. And them bras that borrowed all that money, one broad talking about she gave this nigga 250,000. She still gotta pay that shit back. So if that nigga won at the end of the day, so me had to sit down for 6 months, 5, 6 months, versus you having to still pay 250K, and I still probably got the money and I'm sitting on it. Man, that's why bitches is gullible. Now, let's get into the whole fact about how I feel about that dude. And then there's another one. Well, I'm gonna stay on the Twitter, the Tinder dude. Pause. The Tinder swindler. Um, so this is my thing, right? I can salute him for getting over on the broad, but I can also knock him and say that he's corny and he on some bullshit. I salute him for getting over on the bitch or whatever and exposing these gypsy Jezebels for who they are. However, to me, in my opinion, this nigga is doing way too much for my comfort. Like, I'm not about to be, listen, I got a bunch of aliases. I about got 3 aliases. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not about to go all out and be like, man, I'm about to spend so much time and effort to try and keep up this persona, do all this shit, investing all this time in these bitches just to be doing all that. Like, you're doing too much. And yeah, you probably made some money off the bras or whatever. And I mean, I guess I can't knock that either, but you know what I mean? In my opinion, I ain't got time for all that or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And I just think that I prefer the keep it real approach as much as you can. And it is what it is. You got better, like you got a better uh peace of mind, not having to be worried about keeping up with this lie, keeping up with this lie. Like, you know what I mean? That's just too much. And then all the time he's spending flying around, loafing with these bras. This nigga wasn't even fucking them bras like that. Like, that shit's weird to me. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I do not like any type of loafing activities whatsoever. So I don't give a fuck if you getting paid 250K or whatever and doing all this, and it's going to take you 2, 3 years to run this scam. I don't think that just for me personally, I'm not about to be doing all that shit, spending time with this bitch on the fucking private jet, pulling in some one of my homeboys to act like he my bodyguard and act like, oh, these niggas is after us and all this shit, keeping up these lies. That's some weird shit to me. You feel what I'm saying? And I think you have to be like a super elite liar to pull that shit off or whatever. So I can give him some credit, but a lot of this shit I can't give credit for. Now let's get on to, so we already done with the Tinder, the Tinder swindler, whatever. Y'all got questions, you can put it in the chat. Now let's get to this other knockoff nigga, the Twitter swindler. So I see some shit on Twitter, and nigga up here doing the same shit or whatever, but he wasn't like, you know what I mean? I think he definitely wasn't on the level of the Tinder nigga getting all his money out the broad. I think he probably like pulled a move where he got a broad to fly out, pay for a ticket or some shit like that or whatever. There's some old goofy ass nigga on there, whatever, and just basically like doing the most lying, say he got robbed and beat up and end up in some fucking hospital. Whatever in the hospital, probably was like a fucking urgent care. He up there taking selfies and going sending that shit to the broad, talking about this what happened to me, whatever. And he got exposed on Twitter. So when niggas see this shit, this is the thing that I'm trying to warn niggas. When they see this Twitter shit, I mean the Tinder shit, you're gonna have these motherfuckers trying to emulate it, and they're gonna be doing it in a real fucked up ass way or whatever. And I just don't want niggas to be like going all crazy and just, you know what I mean, doing this Mission Impossible ass type shit, trying to get over on these bras and goddamn trying to spend all this energy just to get some pussy and get over on a bitch. Like, motherfucker, like, come on, man. Y'all, some of y'all doing too much. And I can't get with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So calm that shit down. I'm with getting over on a broad, specifically if she trying to play you and exposing these gypsy Jezebels. Because, like I said, this is showing that all these bras want and care about is your money, the bag, what you can provide for them, whoop de whoop, and all that. So, you know what I mean? I would just say, man, proceed with caution, man. Do what you feel comfortable with, whatever. But some of you niggas gotta calm that shit down because y'all doing too much. And this goes into my next point. A lot of these niggas do this shit because they want to be around women and talk to them, but they still have it in their mindset where they're afraid to keep it real or say shit like, "What's up with that butt? I'm trying to fuck." They want to do this sneaky fuck shit. And some niggas will perpetrate and be fraud, like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm out here going on a date with this broad," and be dry lying on their dick, acting like they fucking them and they not. Just because you go out on a date with a girl or you talking to a broad or you take a picture with a broad on Instagram or fucking TikTok or whatever the fuck it is, just because you're around these women doesn't mean that you being a player and you out here fucking. And some of these niggas are just doing this shit just for the appearance of appearing to be around bitches, but they're not really fucking, and that's dangerous. And then when you, what happens is you get niggas that be on this second boyfriend, backup boyfriend and second husband type shit. I'm starting to see a trend of niggas that are really out here loafing heavy with these broads that are in relationships and are married, and it is sickening. If you are just fucking the broad, this is why I say do not loaf, because loafing is bad for your health. Do not lay out an anti-fuck because you are playing a relationship with the broad. And if this bitch is already in a relationship, whether being a boyfriend or married, you're basically the backup. So what purpose, what value or what satisfaction do you get out of being the side boyfriend? Not even the side, because you're not even the side, you're in the back. You're doing the same things that her, like, she can't do or she wants to do with her husband, but you're doing them. And you're not, even if you're getting some ass, you're not getting ass on a regular. And some of you niggas just doing it just for the appearance of, oh, I'm with a woman. But that she goes back to her husband and her boyfriend. And also the fact is, if she's willing to step out on her husband and do all this shit with you mean to tell me she's not doing it with another nigga as well? Because you're not the only one. Like, you cannot be that misguided and think that you're the only one and she just like feels so much about you, whatever. Like, that's some weird ass Christopher Williams 90s R&B ass nigga type shit. And you niggas need to cut that shit out. Stop fucking loafing. Stop hanging around these broads or whatever. If you gonna be doing that shit with a broad that's in a relationship or married, you should just be fucking only and staying in the background and goddamn seen and not heard and just gone like a thief in the night. You should not be going on trips with the broad. You should not be going to restaurants with the broad. You should not be partying with the broad. You should not be anywhere in public doing anything with the broad. Everything should be done in private, whether it's in the car, at your house, her house, wherever the fuck. It should just be fucking only. Stop loafing with these fucking married and in a relationship as broads because they are taking advantage of you monetarily and emotionally, and they are getting whatever it is that they're not getting from their husband or boyfriend. And the only thing that should be happening if you're going to do that is they should be getting some dick. No affection, just erection. And then show them the direction to the entrance and the exit. That is it. So you niggas need to stop this shit. Cut this loafing shit out because you're fucking up the game. We are in a steroids era right now where motherfuckers are putting up numbers that don't even deserve to be even in the game. You niggas are on your Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro, Brady Anderson shit. It might look good right now, whatever, but in the end, it's gonna fuck you up, and you're not gonna get in the Hall of Fame like that. We need more King Griffey Juniors out here, that niggas that ain't on that bullshit, and they just gonna be steady and consistent, and you're gonna get recognized. You're gonna get your fucking yellow jacket, your gold jacket, and you're gonna get your numbers in the rafters. But you fucking horny, corny, sneaky fuck, I'm trying to slither into some pussy ass niggas need to fucking go to hell. I'm tired of you niggas. And you niggas are the worst kind of nigga. That's why when I went out and I see these niggas with this sneaky fuck shit, you niggas is up there hanging with these girls, talking about that's my best friend, that's my home girl. But then when she get drunk enough, you up there trying to act like you trying to give her a hug and try to sneak a kiss and tongue kiss her in the mouth. And hopefully you slide in missionary style in the pussy like a fucking snake. You niggas make me sick. You niggas need to be stoned. So for the niggas, the youngins out here, don't be like that. Don't do that shit, man. Don't be like, if you want to get over on these broads, man, keep it gangster. And only do that shit if a broad's coming at you, man. You gotta teach them a lesson, but don't overdo it to the point where you are actively out here just doing shit just to be doing it. For all that, you out here missing out on the other bitches that you could have been fucking straight up. You out here putting on tuxedos and shit or whatever and going in looking like Penn and Teller trying to pull a rabbit out your hat. Oh, Sigmund and Roy, Siegfried and Roy ass niggas, David Blaine ass niggas trying to fucking pull a wizardry trick, talking about, y'all niggas, man. See, that's why I used to hate going out to like the park in DC, whatever, because you had these niggas up in here just trying to just do the most, man. You out here on Friday nights or whatever, going to the club with a fucking full suit on or whatever, acting like for happy hour, talking about, I heard these niggas, man, I work for the FBI, or you know what I mean, CIA, I'm G14 classified. Oh, I work at this exclusive nonprofit where I'm the COO and blah. Like, nigga, stop that shit, man. You know damn well you work a nice, modest job, and goddamn Friday was casual day, but you purposely went home to go put on a fucking tuxedo on to show off for these bitches. That's why all these bitches in DC be up there asking where you work at. Let me see your business card. What's your LinkedIn? Because you niggas up there be trying to motherfucking impress these bitches with what you work at and show them your resume, think that's gonna get them wet. They just want to know how much you make. They gonna look at all that shit up. And like I said, these bras is easy to con. They show their hands easy. I'm not going to tell them what to do because they don't listen. But we all know that broads are so stupid and dumb that they put themselves out there, and you got these niggas that's just gonna look this shit up or whatever. And like, oh, she's into niggas that's in the government. I'm just gonna say I work at the Department of the Interior. Ain't nobody gonna go up there and verify this shit. Can't go up there. You ain't got no security clearance. So, hey man, do what you do, man, but have some morals and ethics, man. So that's all today. It's your boy King Moses signing out.